Zack, you got me into Zambreros. That's...
Welcome to the Underdogs podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment. Featuring HopCat. Boo! Little Z. Pop It One.
I'm going to suck your blood.
And Director Cogger.
That was a door opening.
Oh no!
Something scary was behind the scary
A
door.
creeper.
Yeah, something scary was there.
Wow. Oh, man.
Today is not Halloween, but it's
No, it
just
is.
it's just
It is.
been Halloween by
No,
the time this podcast.
No,
is out.
it'll come
No,
out
it
on
comes
Halloween.
out on Halloween.
Oh, okay.
It's the 25th
Happy
today.
Halloween!
Unless you're on
Is that what you
Spotify,
say?
then
Happy
it's...
Halloween?
Yeah.
Or is it spooky
No, you
Halloween?
say Merry Halloween.
No, I thought it'd be like scary. Like, don't be happy. It's Halloween.
Unhappy Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hope you have a shit day.
Yeah, shit Halloween.
Maybe we should make it like the Purge. Halloween Purge.
Halloween
Purge
Purge.
would be a lot funnier if everyone was in like a Shrek costume.
What would you do if the Purge was real?
Wait, what happened to that Shrek thing? Did that happen? Your tickets that you wanted
Oh
for
yeah,
Shrek?
we'll get into that.
Oh, will we? Okay.
I've got it written down.
Well, write down Shrek.
Shregment 2.
Yeah.
2.
Write it down in your
for
book.
my birthday. It was recently. Yeah. Anyway, Peter was asking what would we do if we were
the
in
Purge
the
was real.
Yeah,
If you could do anything that was illegal for a day,
probably
Hide.
straight up commit tax fraud would be
Oh,
the
that's
first thing.
good.
That's saving a lot of money, and I feel like most people get caught up on wanting to kill
But you
people.
can't do that on the one day, can you?
Yeah, you can.
do you just do all your accounts and then you just submit it all?
yeah,
Like,
nice.
this
Yeah.
is all of my... I made $2 this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Nice.
That's a great answer.
Outside of that, though, probably hitting cyclists while I'm driving.
Wow.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Why?
I was about to say I would ride a bike without a helmet, but I'm gonna take that one right back if you're out there.
Yeah, that would be way too risky.
Like, what's something that's illegal that you kind of want to do a little bit?
Probably just like steal a bunch of stuff that I need.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But then you might get caught up in like the killing people because you'll be
yeah,
out
too
Yeah.
sure that's where everyone is.
At
They're
the
all in the
shops.
shop.
Yeah, they're all the Apple store.
That's what happens in America, right? Hasn't that been happening? Any Americans in the chat?
What, looting?
Yeah,
There's
I think
been
it's
a lot
been
of stuff
very
like that.
big lately because they don't have as much police anymore.
Would people?
No, they decriminalized something about taking a certain amount of money. It was like if it's under a certain value, it wasn't a serious offense or something. It was really silly.
That's
Who
so
needed that?
funny.
Decriminalized. Was it a good idea? Or?
Oh, I think it was just in
don't
one
get it.
state. They just fucked up. But, whatever. I don't know enough about it to talk confidently on
Yeah,
it.
maybe someone in the chat can help us, the patrons.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to bump the lights back up and then...
No, it's chill.
But it's
Don't do
Halloween.
that.
We're keeping
I
them-
think it's
Yeah,
them
we
nice
came
and
for the whole
dim.
pod.
That's pretty
Okay.
spooky.
It's chill as fuck.
Can you throw me that pillow?
Last time you guys did a no light podcast because I wasn't here to turn them on.
Yeah, and then
everyone hated it.
No, they didn't. They loved it.
It was mixed.
No, yeah, there was a lot of hate.
What's there to hate? It's for one episode out of 80. Get over it.
All right.
Can you put your legs out a bit more?
Like that.
No. Just move forward, maybe.
Are you right?
Unrivaled audio entertainment.
Yeah, the scariest part of this podcast is Jackson's got his legs fully across Jordan now. And for our audio listeners, what do we got on today, Jackson?
We got a lot of good stuff, Jordan.
Yep.
We got New Year's resolutions. Oh.
Yeah, on Halloween. Scary commitment. Ooh.
Zoos the game.
Yep.
Whoa.
The zoos, the Zack news,
If you
making a
like
return.
Zack,
Oh.
this is the Zack news.
But
How
the
about
game.
Zack news the game?
The game.
That's hype.
Jordan's doing a what's the deal with?
I'm not.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Jordan's,
I don't have
Jordan's doing
anything.
stand-up this
Why don't you say
episode.
what's the deal with Halloween?
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Lifelong Inc. Part 4.
I'm sorry. I can't wait to hear part 3 of the previous episode.
Uh-oh. And we've got Shregment 2.
Shregment
Oh,
2.
yeah. Should we just talk about that quickly? Because there's not too much.
Yeah,
Shregment
sure.
2 first.
Shregment.
Yeah. And it's Halloween themed. I went to
Wow.
Shrekween.
What?
It's the Shrek Halloween rave.
Oh, I would know. I was talking about when you got to get that house.
Yeah,
in
did you get the
swamp.
Shrek house?
Yeah, it turns out, well, I tried to put in for it, but it's just like a lucky dip or they choose someone or I don't know. I put in my name for the booking and they
okay.
said like write a few notes. So I did do my best spiel about how I have watched Shrek
I really
so
want you to
much.
read that out on the
And then,
Can you get that up?
That would be so
I don't actually think I can get it up, but I just said like
That's so sad.
how much I love Shrek and that I dressed up as Shrek characters for the last like 4 Halloweens.
nice.
Is that true?
Yeah.
In a row.
Well, I went as 3. This year marks the 4th.
Wow.
So I went
Whoa.
as Shrek, then Puss in Boots, then Fiona last year. This year, me and Maddie are going as Donkey and Dragon.
Wow. Who's who?
Wow.
I'm Donkey.
Okay.
She's Dragon.
Yeah, I got a preview if she had like a over top thing, like a mesh thing, and she was like, "Oh, this is just for my sexy dragon costume for later." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that explains everything." All right,
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
she actually didn't even need to buy anything for Halloween. She already had it. But Jordan, if you can sort of imagine dragons,
Nice.
Go on.
imagine Dragon Ball wasn't just yet. Anyway, yeah, I went to Shrek Halloween rave, which was like on the same night that me and Maddie had booked Oliver Tree. Then I was like, oh man, like it'd be sick to go to this Shrek Halloween rave. Turns out Maddie had booked it like a month and a half, 2 months ago for us to go for my birthday.
The Shrek
So-
Halloween or the Oliver?
Well, I knew we were going to Oliver Tree, but she had booked the
Oh,
Shrek
okay.
Halloween rave and got like a few of our friends tickets too. So I went to Oliver Tree dressed as Shrek, which was fun with the
Yep.
face paint and everything.
Yep.
And it was kind of strange there because no one else was dressed as Shrek.
I'm shocked, honestly.
And then, yeah, we left Oliver Tree a bit early to get to the Shrek rave, and then that was lots of people dressed as Shrek. They had some
You
like
felt at home.
Shrek
Did you do the
themed
midnight
cocktails.
sing along?
Yeah,
That
to
sounds
I'm a
awesome.
Believer.
What's a midnight sing along?
So I'm a believer. Just as the clock struck midnight, they sung "I'm a believer,"
I thought love was only true.
I can't remember.
and then I saw her face, and I'm a believer. Okay,
Is
I'm
that
gonna
when the
stop before we get
fairies on the
copyrighted.
piano?
If you don't get it from that, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I Need a Hero.
No, it's not.
Go watch Shrek again, please.
Shit, my
Jordan,
bad.
you need some serious research.
I do. From Shrek 4.
And then I went and got a kebab, and then this girl was like, "Why the fuck are so many people dressed like Shrek tonight?"
You should have
And
said,
we were just
I
like,
don't know.
If you don't know, then you don't know. You
Yeah,
know.
if you don't know, it's ogre for you. You know, like come on.
All right, is that Shrekman 2?
That was Shrek
Yeah,
too.
that was
That's
my
great.
birthday Shrekmas.
I would like to get into Zoos the Game. I don't want to
Damn.
back to back you
Two
with
Zack segments in a row. Let's
but I
go.
think
I
Zoos the
think
Game's
it's a
coming
good
up hot.
time.
All right, so I don't know if you guys have heard this, but some people that work for news companies have been getting in trouble because they've been using AI to write their news articles.
Yep.
No.
I think it's been popping up some places. You know how everyone says like, "Oh, everyone's going to start using AI to write everything."
Yeah.
Well, some of the news places were apparently doing it.
I saw one where they used, it's like a photo of Justin Bieber, but they had to say it was AI generated. But like they were using it to say like, here he is at a concert when he wasn't really there at all. Do
Well,
you know
have you
what
seen
I'm
people
Oh,
been making
yeah.
Mr. Beast ads on YouTube with
Just using
deep fakes
AI?
Mr. Beast
Oh,
with
respect.
AI and like
It's scams
click-
too.
yeah, like hit my link and get
That's
in the
crazy.
draw. It's getting
I
too
want to give back
believable.
to you guys. So join this and join it, and like kids click it and stuff.
Yeah.
We're doomed. Anyway,
So I've got a little game here just to sort of prove that we're not gonna all die to this AI revolution. So we're gonna be determining whether a news headline is real
Oh.
or whether I use ChatGPT to generate it.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
So our first news headline.
Are we working together as a team or are we
I think we
battling it
individually
out?
guess. We get points, right?
Yeah,
It's a
you get
game. Yep, yep.
1 point for a correct answer.
how many for an incorrect one?
2 points if you can give me some additional info about the real story.
Right, okay, cool.
Oh.
But I have them here.
Can we
so
just make up
find
the
out.
additional info?
Well, it's got to be correct.
How
for
do
a
you know?
point. I've got the articles.
Oh, shit.
All right, our first one. Fish with human-like teeth caught in North Carolina. Or man attempts to set world record for most spoonfuls of mayonnaise eaten in 1 minute.
I know this one. It's easy. Do you not watch the news?
No.
These are both
I've
big
never
headlines.
watched the
No,
news.
only one of them was. I mean,
So there was a fish with human teeth or someone ate mayonnaise. I reckon the mayonnaise is the AI.
Yeah? Any other thoughts, Peter?
I agree.
I agree.
I've seen a good few photos of fish with human-looking teeth, but maybe that's where the AI drew it from. but I feel like I've seen pictures of that before.
I don't think you've seen a fish like this, but you are correct. Everyone's correct.
The fish
1 point all round.
had dentures.
I'm gonna have to show you guys this
Yeah,
fish.
I think I've
'Cause,
seen this fish before.
Oh wow!
Do you know what it looks
yeah,
like?
me too.
When was this
It
article
looks
from?
like the guy from
like
Star
Waldo.
Wars.
What?
Hey, Annie. Yeah, but he's got an elephant trunk.
Oh, I thought you meant
unfortunately.
Admiral Akbar.
No.
Nah.
Kind of.
He's got the same
elephant
colouring and bulgy eyes as the Watto.
So the species is known for its hard mouth and several rows of molars, which it uses to help crush the shells of its prey,
Yep.
which oysters and that. And it was
That
caught
makes
by a
sense.
normal fisherman.
Yeah, a lot of fish have teeth.
Most fish probably have
this
teeth.
is fucked up teeth though.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
like
look very
teeth.
human.
Guys, Google fish with human teeth if you want nightmares. So that one,
Spooky Halloween.
that one, everyone got correct. We're looking pretty good against this AI. By the
Nice.
way, I didn't check to see if my real articles were written by AI.
Oh, how would you know?
I could have actually been done by,
That's great.
True.
by
that's
the actual
true.
news websites. But they wouldn't have surely just made up the things, which is what I did. Okay, number 2. Residents of New Zealand are finding sausages in their letterboxes. Or
Instead of a ding dong ditch, it's a ding dong dick.
man accidentally finds woolly mammoth remains while planting tomato garden.
The mammoth one seems so believable, but maybe that's the trick.
I think the first one was AI. I think
The sausages. That's what I'm
sausages is
thinking.
AI.
Because that can't be really.
I think that one's real. I think that one's real.
sausages in
Oh,
the.
we've got a first split.
Hang on. So someone's
Which way
walking
you going?
around, sausages in the mailbox. Why is he doing that?
You
Why is
hate
he
your
doing
neighbours,
that?
they're going to go off.
Maybe like he puts them in packets to advertise his business. I'm gonna go with the sausages is real.
I'm going to go with sausages is real too.
So I've got sausages as AI.
Okay. Peter and Jordan are correct.
Yes.
Ooh.
I feel like Jordan changing his opinion after Peter went the other way because, like, sure, woolly mammoth remains in your fucking backyard. That's never happening.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
I
gotta
feel-
be
really?
okay,
I
here's-
thought that was believable.
Yeah, I thought that was not believable because if
be
you were
too
planting
deep.
tomatoes, it would have to be frozen still, right? You wouldn't just find remains in like surface level soil.
Yeah, it'd have
Yeah,
to be
like-
deep.
It'd have to be
like-
deep or frozen. And if you're planting tomatoes, it's neither of those.
And you know what? That's what AI can't figure out. So
Yeah, logic.
Or
we
me.
got through it.
So
Well, let's find out why people are getting sausages in their letterboxes.
If it's for in packages advertising his business, I get an extra point.
Yeah, that's true. Peter, do you want to take any guess to why it's real, Peter?
What was that? On the sausages?
For an additional point,
Yeah,
you give
yeah,
me some extra
extra
info
point.
on why he's putting sausages?
I think
I
it's because he
put
hates
40
his neighbours and he's being a dick.
Okay.
Ooh.
Residents of New Zealand's Waiheke Island have been finding single sausages wrapped in bread left in their letterboxes. As accusations fly and motives are questioned, victims of the Surfdale sausager say the mystery is tearing the community apart.
So there's nobody
They
knows.
don't know.
Jeez.
That's so. It's just some kid.
No chance for a bonus point.
The first sausage arrived in the summer of 2022. So it's a long
In
game.
summer too. That's it's gonna go
Yeah.
off. It's gonna be
That's
be yuck.
disgusting.
Wrapped in white buttered bread and coated in tomato sauce. It was cold by the time Jacob Coetzee found it.
No one's got a ring
So it's not even
doorbell
hot.
or whatever.
It's not even
Oh,
hot.
so it's cooked and
it's
everything.
pretty much like how I keep getting pizzas delivered to my house,
That doesn't happen for a
which
while.
have never made it to my house.
Oh
So
yeah.
funny. He
Inside
thought-
my house.
He thought it was like, it's probably just some drunk person. Then it keeps happening.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's just to this one guy.
Yeah, maybe their neighbour's just a streamer.
I
They
need to
just
contact the
Maybe their
news.
neighbour's spinning the wheel. And it's
Yeah.
like sausage in the letterbox and there's only one option on the wheel.
All right, our third headline. Woman claims her cat can solve complex math problems.
So real.
Or company creates virtual reality experience of what it's like to die.
Oh, just surely that second one can't be real. Because what's it gonna be? Nothing.
Nah, I think I'm on board. I think the second one is
Nah,
real.
I think the cat math is real.
Cat math real. I'm with Jordan.
I think the AI, the death one is real.
What's the death gonna do?
I'll explain it after I'm
The
right.
cat one was generated by AI.
Yes, suck on this, bitch.
What? Explain it, Peter.
Well,
To the
like
extra point.
you don't just like shut your eyes and you're just like da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
Like
this is for a point, Peter.
okay, for a point, it's an experience where you have like all the because apparently your brain releases a whole bunch of chemicals and then like endorphins
DMT.
and stuff just before you die.
Yeah.
So they're trying to like simulate that experience without actually having you die.
Whoa.
Because people know they're going to die. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard like family members, this is a bit grim, but they're like, oh, I'm on the way out now. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
know you're
right.
about to die.
I was kind of thinking more the actual experience of like the last like 5 minutes where your brain just goes into like whack mode.
Yeah.
But that's like animals. They go away from the family and
Yeah,
die.
like dogs go like
Dogs
bury
and
themselves.
cats. Yeah.
All right, I don't think Peter gets an extra point for this,
Damn.
but what it was that Chinese graveyard Babaoshan Cemetery launched a VR simulator that allowed visitors to virtually take the place of a dead person and witness what heaven could be like. So it was a bit controversial because this is what happens. You get first-person vision.
Yep.
You're surrounded by bright lights, and then
And God.
followed by a
go
bright
toward the
explosion. Then the gates to heaven decorated to appear like a Chinese temple.
Yeah, this is not what I was thinking.
So I think that's why it's a little bit controversial.
Well, it's just like, you know, POV, you believe in religion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
They
I
did it
see. That makes sense.
You wouldn't even
Sure.
like blink if you're a Chinese person and you got there, but if you're Australian and you got to Chinese heaven, you'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I can't wait to die and go to heaven and it just be something really weird.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean? Like it's
Well,
just
it's
water
not
slides?
in my opinion, right? This is I've talked about this in episode 80. Check it out for bashing religion. But if any religion is right, it's probably none that you think are the right one, right?
Why?
Because just odds are.
Oh, yeah, because there's so many.
Like odds are we would have no idea which one's the real one.
Yeah,
So
okay.
if there is a heaven and it's real or a hell and it's real, you're gonna get there and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah, there's going to be some surprises there.
It's like you can just get there and you're just like, the Tibetans were right, or like, you know, Scientology was right, or I don't know, Loki's real. Like, what the fuck?
I hope there's big ants up there.
Dude, that would be
Okay.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Moving on.
3, 2, 1 points.
Jackson's on 1.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to bump up the getting additional info about the story to... That's worth 2.
Ooh.
That's hard to get. Dependent on my opinion, of course. All right, our next headlines. Emotional support alligator denied entry to baseball game. Or barber offers free haircuts for anyone who can tell a better joke than he can.
I think the second one's AI, because that would be too much of a mess for a business to have.
Nah, haircuts is real.
Barbers are pretty funny sometimes.
No, but like they have to decide, like, oh, that wasn't funnier. I'm not giving you a haircut, and it's
Wouldn't
going
you
to
just
cause
decide no one's funnier, never give out a free
it's
haircut?
It's going to cause too much.
Yeah,
mess.
it's too subjective, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't read into any
I
of
also
these.
think that the first one, the alligator, is real because I actually have heard about the emotional support alligator.
Me too.
So I'm not sure if but it could have taken that and used it into the baseball game. That part could be made up, but I know that someone has an emotional support alligator.
I don't know how we can get bonus points on the alligator. I guess we'll find out what's the real one first.
Well, what did you go for, Jackson?
I went for the haircuts is real, so I'm against these two.
Oh, you don't want to change your opinion.
Well, you can't really now that I've
Jackson
said
is
that I
not
know.
correct.
I'm not with
You
you.
guys
no.
were right. The emotional support alligator was denied entry to a baseball game.
That sounds about right.
Damn.
So any
We can't really-
ideas?
I feel like there's not much to it.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
it's
there's
in
not.
America, anything goes except apparently not.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we get we have to guess.
You can guess the guy's
place,
name,
or
where
we
he
get
lives.
the name.
It's got to be Florida.
Yeah, I was thinking
It's
Florida.
obviously, come on.
Okay, we'll guess the name then. I'm saying it was
The name of the alligator or the guy?
the guy.
No,
Or
surely
both,
guess
both.
the alligator. If you can
I
get
don't know if the alligator has a name. I'm going to say Michael, and his alligator is Alan.
I think Derek, and the alligator is Snappy.
his name's Chomp.
it's Henny.
Henny.
I
It's the
believe.
alligator.
Yeah, no, Joey Henny.
Damn it.
So they tried to go to the Citizens Park for the ball game, but turns out we were not there to go to the ball game, said Henny, 70 years old. We were there to meet the players, was what we went there for, and I was invited. He didn't just show up.
Damn.
So he didn't get let in when he was meant to be meeting the players with the alligator.
Damn.
You can't be.
I don't know
having
what to
that.
say about any of
Yeah.
that.
He
Sounds
does
good.
Imagine
have
you're sitting next to him.
he does have a large following, so good work to Peter for actually knowing that one.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice.
All right, this is the last one. Jackson can go for like 5 additional facts to win the game.
Yeah, all right. I'll recite the article word for word.
I mean, first you need to guess which one's real, which has not go. Have
I've
you got
only done
any?
once.
You got one.
The first one, which we all got.
Okay. Whitefish, not a whitefish, I think it's a town, holds annual Whitefish holds annual reverse marathon for backwards walkers. Or monster hunters conduct largest search for Loch Ness monster in over 50 years.
All right. I'm staking my reputation on getting this one correct.
Okay.
Wait, so Jackson goes
You
first?
could have
I'm
just
going-
guessed. You
I'm
didn't
going
need to
last.
stake your reputation.
The last one's real?
No, I'm going.
Oh, you're going last.
to
No,
tell you which one.
if you're
I think.
confident, you should.
No, but we'll
No.
steal his answer because he's so
Oh,
confident.
true.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm really threatened by Mr.
Yeah.
1 point.
I'm
I'm
staking
gonna
my reputation on it though.
I'm just going to say the Loch Ness one's real.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Loch Ness is real as well.
Okay, I'm going with the other one. I think the backwards marathon's real. How's my reputation looking?
Oh, no, that laugh is not
In
good.
the stinker. No, there was no annual reverse marathon for backwards walkers. So, see, ChatGPT gave me like town holds annual marathon, and I googled small American town and got whitefish.
Oh.
That's what got me.
Thought
The
it would be a
small
bit
detail.
tricky. So that one was a tricky one. Yeah, the largest search for the Loch Ness monster in over 50 years.
That sounds like something people do all the time. Like, it doesn't even surprise me at this
This
point.
is the biggest one in
I know,
50
but it's
years.
just, there's so
Is it
many people
always
who are
the
like
biggest one because there's more people?
super invested in Bigfoot and stuff, and just it's just always
It's
something.
a big thing, isn't it?
People love their cryptids. We learnt that term today.
Okay, so it's done by the Loch Ness Centre and the research group Loch Ness Exploration.
Did they find anything?
Are asking all aspiring monster hunters to join in on the biggest search since 72. Their purpose is to observe, record, and study the natural behaviour of the loch and phenomena that may be more challenging to explain.
Oh, it's just the Loch Ness monster. Just like it really does me in that one because
They are
it's like,
coping.
yeah, dude, I'd be much more likely to believe a lot of other things than the Loch Ness monster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
give-
that's one of the least likely ones in my
Why?
opinion.
Because the water's so hard to explore. I reckon.
Yeah, I know, but like what? Like if you think about it, if there's a monster, if there's an animal that large,
Yeah.
you need to have like for a breeding population and an isolated breeding population.
Yeah.
there needs to be more than one of them.
What if it was the last one and now it's dead?
I guess that
Like
is.
the megalodon.
And so what you're telling
Yeah.
me that like they were in this isolated population with a good breeding population for millions of years because it's the only surviving, let's say it's a surviving dinosaur.
It was
or
supposed to be
something.
in a lake, apparently.
A loch is a lake.
Oh.
It's like it's
Well,
not in
surely
the
it's
ocean.
so easy then.
It's really deep. It's
Wow.
really, really deep.
It is the deepest loch. I don't know if that's the deepest
Well,
lake.
it's like 800 or something meters deep, right? It's
It
really
is
deep.
310 meters
Okay,
deep, but that's,
I was
that's
off.
extremely deep. Because
Yeah.
I was trying to look up if there was any, like, I'm like, surely they would have found it by now. But if it's that deep, then yeah, I guess they do have some stake to their.
But then also, like, if it's a reptile, which I think is accepted, no?
I have no idea. I'll
a
be honest.
monster.
I don't know much about the old
It
Loch
has to
Ness.
breathe air and it will be coming up every few minutes because things that like live in the ocean and breathe air like dolphins, they can hold their breath for like 15 minutes, but they don't like choose to. They'll just breathe every like 2 minutes.
yeah, that's why lots of people say they've seen the monster.
Yeah,
It keeps
but
coming up.
every 2 minutes it's surfacing.
No, this one
It doesn't just surface once and then everyone gets their shitty
Yeah, it's
photo
so
and then
long,
it
it
goes
has
down for
long
another
lungs.
5
No,
years.
this one's different.
Okay.
It
My
breathes-
bad. Sorry,
it
my
breathes
bad.
every 10 years.
Well, you said that there were lots of things that you would like believe more than the Loch Ness monster. Do you have any like other creatures that you think are more reasonable?
Good
Um,
Halloween.
I think
Like
that there's
Bigfoot?
some good ones
Bigfoot.
like there's myths of like big cats in places like a big black cat in Australia that could be
I'm sure there's
like
heaps of
released.
stuff like that. Did you guys see that video circulating about that giant ass mountain goat? And it
Yeah.
was so buff.
Yeah.
How,
Like,
how
you would-
big?
I can't like as big. It's like pretty much a horse, but it's jacked as fuck. It was like a horse, but it's like had the arms of gorillas.
You'd
we
be
should-
loving
And
that.
it's like you see that, you would think it's a mythical creature.
We should start calling that like the goat.
The
Like the
goat.
goat of
That
all
is the
time.
goat.
Well,
the
that's
goat of all
sick.
goats.
So I believe people just saw like some giant ass animal. They don't have the internet, and then they're like, "Holy shit, that's fucked."
Is there a photo of the Loch Ness monster? That would stop
There's-
this whole thing to
There's
bed.
meant to be
There's
several, but,
plenty.
you know,
They're
there's
not
lots
very
of
good.
photos of UFOs, Jackson.
Let me just get on.
There's lots of photos of Bigfoot.
You know what?
videos.
My top conspiracy: the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh,
There's
yeah, you like
something
that one?
going on there. Surely not so many people can be dying and making it up.
I don't think that many people are actually going missing there anymore, though.
I think what it actually is back in the day, it's like a really rough area of sea. So lots of people just
Yeah.
die. Or like lots of ships, you know, sunk. But now there's so many ships that go through it. But I
Oh,
still
really?
reckon there's something there. I reckon that's where Atlantis is. And I'm going out. You can quote me on that.
Atlantis is in the Bermuda Triangle, quote
Yeah,
Little
you-
Z.
There's something sketch.
Atlantis. I thought they found Atlantis. Did they not?
What do you mean?
Did they not?
What do you mean?
I thought they found it.
And what was it from?
Do you know what Atlantis
city.
is?
A
In the
city-
water.
Okay, and how did it get there?
The water rose.
Right. So you think it's like a real explanation for an ancient city?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought they did that.
I thought Atlantis was meant to be like there's people still living there, like fish people.
Oh,
like
yeah, they found
mermaids.
Atlantis last
mermaids.
month.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it was
meant to
just
be
a
like
city.
it was like God sent it to the bottom of the ocean as punishment or some shit. Like it's a whole thing.
There's no way they found the lost city.
Now, I think Jordan just completely made this up.
Nah, did you Google it? They found it.
Yeah, it said no.
Oh, sure. Let me
It said-
Google it.
I asked Google. Google said no. The end.
It's time for Lifelong Ink Part
Oh
4.
wow!
Yeah.
I'm in such a good mood after that last segment. I
there's
can't
been,
wait to.
There's been 4 parts of Lifelong Ink.
No,
Yeah.
How many
two of
have
them.
made it into the podcast?
One of the last 3.
Yeah,
All right,
part
so
two
part
made
two.
it.
Make
Part
it a good one. For those that don't know, it's Peter trying to convince us that we're getting matching Underdogs tattoo.
Yeah.
All right, so this week I have a very special edition of Lifelong Ink.
Oh.
You guys don't look like you believe me.
No, I don't.
No, yeah. Special edition.
So I went ahead and broke the seal of getting tattoos, and I actually have one this week to show you guys.
Wait, you got a tattoo?
I did. I
What?
indeed did. So you guys want to see it?
This is unrivaled.
He's gonna
episode.
to go
I
with the middle finger.
actually knew this already.
Yeah, Zach's
but
already seen it.
You
So
guys look
really?
like
Oh,
What do you mean? Why are you so
damn
surprised, Jordan?
fools.
I'm a bit
I
surprised.
feel like he's gonna like turn around and moon us.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
pull my pants down
Yeah.
and show
Give
you
us
my
the finger.
ass.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
right in the crack.
Yeah, it is right up my butthole.
You know, like your first tattoo, you can't get somewhere where everyone can see it.
You guys
so.
can describe it for the audio because it's
Okay, all
unraveled.
right, I'll
audio.
describe
All
it.
right.
You just show us.
His hairy
All right,
ass.
so he's standing up.
Standing up.
Oh, he's taking his
comes
pants
his
off.
No, he's pulling off his pants.
Holy shit, it's big.
Wait.
Whoa.
Whoa, we did get one.
Oh, it's a sea. What's
Is
it, a
that
seahorse?
seahorse?
Leafy Sea Dragon.
That's
Leafy
sick.
sea dragon.
dragon.
That's pretty dope.
Oh,
What
you
is
know-
that?
Camera?
On his calf, a leafy sea dragon.
What is a leafy sea dragon?
It's like a
You'll
seahorse,
see me
right?
dragging my balls across your face.
Wait, what? Did you just do that? Was that all a bit?
Yeah, it's actually a temporary tattoo just for
With
the
a piece
bit.
of glad wrap
We
over
planned
it.
it.
just
We
to fuck
planned it
us.
together.
Yeah, yeah.
No, of course it's real.
It's a permanent tattoo.
Yes.
Wait, is that a type of seahorse? What is that?
Sea dragons are similar to seahorse, yeah. Have you not seen these before?
No.
Oh, they're the sickest animal.
Great tattoo. 'cause
I've
they're
got a
dope
couple
animals.
questions about this, Peter, which I didn't ask when I first saw
Yeah, no,
it.
feel free.
I thought you were gonna get a tiger.
So I remember you talking about like how you didn't get a tiger because it's like that has no like meaning to you.
Yeah.
Is the sea dragon like is that like a Western Australian or an Australian thing?
Yeah, it's West and South Australian, so like it's around the bottom corner where we live. More on the south side, but of West Australia, like you wouldn't get them off the coast of like Perth.
Yeah, right.
I don't think it'd be a
Yeah.
bit further down.
Explain
Yeah,
to
like
us the-
Dragalge from Pokemon. That's based on nerds think Dragalge but real.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe, why? Walk us through the thought process.
So when I was a kid, I really loved the aquarium that we have. It's called Aqua here, and Aqua's one of the only aquariums where you have Leafy Sea Dragons. Like they're all
Makes
on
sense.
the signage and shit of it and stuff.
True, actually, when I think about
Like
it. Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed that. And,
Yeah.
like, we had this
yeah.
school extension program in primary school called PIAC. You guys would know it, but like
Yeah.
I know the audience wouldn't, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
explaining it. And there was this one called Marine Science Madness, and it was at Aqua, and you get to go to Aqua for every day, every week for a term. And I just put it down as my first preference every fucking time, and I never got it. And then
Yeah.
PIAC, I was in that from year 4 to 7.
Yeah.
In the very last term of year 7, I got it. And I was just like,
Nice.
yes. So like, it's Australian. I like native stuff. I think it's like much cooler than just getting like a tiger that has no real attachment to my home.
It's also a cool
or my
design.
personality.
Like-
and it's just the sickest animal.
Yeah.
It's just such a sick animal.
Wow. So you got a tattoo. How was it? Does it hurt?
Yeah, it does hurt.
Oh,
it
yeah.
sucks
Turns out what they said is true.
because I apparently it's a bit more of a sensitive spot than
The calf?
you might imagine.
The calf
Yeah.
is, I know, at least in terms of UFC, it's brutal.
Yeah. So it's like,
Apparently, arms are the best. I've heard. Like,
yeah,
least painful.
I was talking to
Least
Nick
painful, yeah.
Snuffles, and he
Yeah.
was saying he has one on his calf about the same spot. And it was said it was more painful than his arms,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
even his rib cage one. So it did hurt.
Yeah.
And because that has so much shading, to do shading, they just keep going over the same spot.
Yeah.
Just keep going over the same. Like, I was there for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think it through because I didn't take anything to entertain myself or anything. And so I was
food?
just there.
Do you like? Are you supposed to like bring something like a DS?
Oh, like bring
Probably
a
not a
DS,
DS, but-
bring some headphones, like
Was
listen
Sophie
to
there
some
with
music. Nah, everyone was busy, so I was just there by myself. I was in a hell big rush
What
because
do
I
you
had
do?
to
Just
book
look
it.
at, like, meditate, look at the
Yeah,
roof.
breathe.
He said to the
Yeah.
tattoo artist, a bit harder than the last guy, am I right?
A bit harder than the last guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, no, it was just, and the person that was doing my tattoo was Korean. They didn't speak a lot of English, so it wasn't like I could even strike up a great conversation with
It
them
looks
either.
really good though.
It's really,
Yeah.
really
They're a
well
good
done.
artist.
It's really, really well
quality.
How
done.
much did it cost?
$700.
Yeah,
But-
I want a tattoo so bad.
For a
It was so
big one with
expensive.
like an intricate design.
Yeah, with a
Seems
lot of
pretty
shading.
right.
Because
Yeah.
like I was talking to Nick about his, and he said that his took half an hour. It's just an outline.
Yeah,
The show, like I literally was there for about an hour,
Worth
and
it,
then
though.
she was like, "All right," and I was like, "Fuck, this is so grim." I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm about ready for this to be done after an hour." And she's like, "That's the outline done," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
like
wow.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ."
were you regretting it?
Nah,
That's
No.
good.
but I was ready for it to be done
Yeah.
about halfway through, and then there was still another half.
How's it feel now in the,
Oh, it
the
doesn't hurt-
days post?
doesn't hurt at all.
No, sorry, not in terms of that, but like you held off on getting it for a long time.
Oh yeah, good.
Like you
Look-
get like
looking forward
really
to get more.
Yeah, I feel like it's like every time you look at it, are you like, fuck yeah?
Yeah. I think I'm kind of a little bit torn on the fact that a lot of people don't really know what it is or what it looks like because
Yeah.
a leafy sea dragon's whole bit is that it looks like a weed.
Yeah.
And it's extremely well camouflaged, so it isn't exactly clear.
People are like,
What it is.
nice, you smoking that choof, brother.
I love seaweed,
But like
bro.
a lot of people are like, where even is its head? Because on the animal itself, it doesn't want to look like an animal, so it doesn't have a very clear face or anything.
Maybe you should get it labeled.
Head, arrow.
No, I mean like it says sea dragon at the bottom.
Yeah, and it's like scientific name, like
Like it's almost like you're at the Animal Crossing.
no, it's
aquarium
like you're
zoo
at
thing.
Aqua. Take
Yeah,
that
yeah.
paragraph and get it next.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
little
pretty sick.
little sign
The
next to
human
it.
zoo.
That's actually pretty cool.
But I actually think it's a cool thing. I'm a bit
Yeah.
torn. That's why I'm torn on it because I'm like, I like it, but then I also it's like when people are like, "Oh, you got a tattoo."
I think
What
it's
is
just
it? It's
part
like,
of getting a tattoo. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, what does it mean to you? It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
yeah. So I think I'm a bit torn on that, but I also do like it, and it's cool that it's like an Australian thing
I
and all
feel
that.
like if you like it, that's literally all that matters.
I know, but it's still
And
important
I like
for
it.
it to
That's the
look
other
good.
thing
Oh,
that
that's
matters,
okay.
actually.
Then I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
For what it's worth, I knew what it was from
Yeah.
the picture.
Zach's read a book.
I picked it. Jordan
Yeah.
just didn't have seen the animal before.
I'm surprised you haven't. Did you go to Accra as a kid?
Now that you've said that, I just didn't know it was anything. Like I didn't know it was separate from a seahorse.
come from-
they
makes
are
sense.
really, really similar.
Yeah.
It's very similar. And they're really, if you go to Accra as an adult, go check them out because they're so good to watch because they look like a weed. They look like they just
Yeah.
drift around in the current. And then you look at them, they have the tiniest little fins on them.
Fins, and they go
those fins are going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, just
Yeah.
being like, holy fuck, we got to do all the work.
Yeah.
Dude, reason to come to Perth, everyone.
See Peter's tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sea dragons.
You don't need to. It's on
Do you reckon
Peter's
it's
leg.
like
That's true.
what's it called? Like breaking the seal? Like, do you reckon now you're like, oh, I want to get
Oh,
a bunch of
probably.
tattoos?
Because they look better with other ones around them too.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh, what if I just get an entire fucking sea creature section or leg or
That's what I
whatever?
would do on my arm.
And it's
Jackson,
like,
Loch Ness
a
Monster
sea
tat.
arm?
Or now that I'm on board,
That could be big.
Maybe
So-
we should all get a matching Loch Ness Monster tattoo in solidarity of believing in him.
Yeah, so true.
In old Nessie.
Peter looks like he wants to kill himself.
what would you get, Jackson, on your arm?
Loch Ness Monster now,
Oh,
baby.
nice.
Nah, I want to get an octopus.
that'd be cool.
Oh, that's right.
I want it to be all wrapped around my arm.
Wait,
That would be
not a
sick.
paw print?
No. Yeah, that's on the list.
But also, just so you guys know, if it was to be an Underdogs outline paw print, it would not hurt very much because the pain comes through for me was the amount of time
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
going over the same spot over and over again.
Yeah, that makes
it's like
sense.
if the first like 15 minutes or first like half an hour,
Does it
I
kinda
was
just-
literally just like lying there smiling, chilling, like
Does it
nothing.
kind of just feel like this?
Yeah. Obviously a
I
bit
suppose you
sharper than
can't feel
that.
that.
A bit sharper than that.
Stop
I don't know if
But
you should
like
get a tattoo.
the first half an hour was so much nicer than the last half an hour. So the fact that it's so small and chill, don't worry about that part, fellas. It'll be nice.
Very nice.
Oh, so I get it. You've got this tattoo so that you have like first-hand experience to convince us to get the
Yeah.
Underdogs
Yeah.
matching
Like,
tattoo.
This was pretty bad, but it wasn't that bad. And also, if we got one, it would be like nothing.
I bet you were going to get one that was like only a few centimeters, but you're like, now if
gotta
I get
show
a
'em.
really bad one, then everyone else has like got the easy.
Got to flex
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah,
I
so-
actually wasn't intending on it being that big, but then I told her where I want it, and then told her what I wanted. She was like, "It'd have to be bigger to fit your leg better, so let's just make it a bit bigger."
No.
So-
yeah, I think it's a great size.
I think it's a good size.
yeah.
Thanks.
Can I
It's
say
like
it one
that
more time?
saying, don't get shirts from people with no shirts or something.
What?
Don't get tattoos from people with no tattoos.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Fuck, it's so nice.
It's very
Yeah, how good's the shading?
very high
Yeah,
quality.
yeah, high quality. And
Yeah,
the curves are gut.
Yeah.
The socks.
Something
Respect.
Maddie brought up is because we've got very
That's so
thin
good.
lines.
Yeah.
You might need to get it touched up. She was
Yeah,
saying.
that's fine.
This can go not in the podcast.
That's fine. I know that.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like when you get old and wrinkly?
Oh, it's just no. As time passes, the ink slowly will like bleed
Yeah.
out or fade.
Rooks
Like
are
over
like,
like 10
lines.
years.
Rooks are very thin and they've not faded at all.
Maddie got like a hell thin one behind her ear, and it faded so fast. I think it's because like it's
Ears
just like a
always
very
growing.
thin skin and then bone, like in
Right.
that spot.
Yeah,
Whereas
the
like
skin's not that
yeah,
tough or
it was
whatever.
just like unfortunate that it like faded so quick.
I feel like going scuba diving and spotting a leafy sea dragon would have to be like a life accomplishment.
Oh,
because
for sure.
They would just be so hard. They're hard to
True.
spot
How
in
would
the
you
aquarium,
find one?
right?
Peter's like through the snorkel like, "Brr, brr," like trying to show them his tattoo. Like, look, guys, it's you.
True. I want to go snorkeling more. So, wait, I've never been scuba diving. Has anyone gone scuba diving?
No.
Seems quite scary. I'm a
It
bit
is,
scared
does
of
seem
breathing in
scary.
water.
Ooh,
My friend-
Halloween.
Yeah, my friend's got a scuba.
diving.
You have to do through the whole system. Like, you got to learn it.
Yeah, I would like to do it, but it looks scary.
You could get like a license, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you can just kill yourself by like coming up for air too quick or whatever.
Yeah, but for the audio for the viewers, I'll send Jackson a picture of the tattoo if you want to see on
Oh
viewers.
yeah, I'll put it on the
screen
put
because
it
I
on the
feel
screen.
we're
Yeah.
doing some bad unrivaled audio entertainment right now. But
That's true.
It's what. So what do you guys think after Lifelong Ink Part 4?
I won't go a tattoo, but that is a 10 out of 10
Well, why not?
because I don't want one.
No, but did you hear it's so much less painful than Peter's one?
Is it the pain or it's on your body for the rest of your life?
Yeah, just on your body and like identifying you in some way.
You know what?
I don't want that.
I'm much
free.
further towards the committing.
Wow.
I think if all three of you wanted to, I would. Now
Yeah,
that,
but Jordan's never going to do it, so it's going to have to be a 3-man job.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a stubborn boy, my mum told me.
well, then you're gonna have to convince me to convince Jordan.
All right, well, Zach, convince Jordan.
Lifelong Ink Part 5.
right,
Everyone.
see you next week.
It's coming
It's gotta be
soon.
See you next week.
All right, let's try doing scary stories. We're going to do one line each. Jordan, you start. You're on my team.
So, let me tell you a tale about the young girl in the woods.
What an opening line. Okay. She was very scared.
Because in the woods,
That's not a line. That's half of a sentence. Because in the woods.
there was a scary owl.
It would only hoot at midnight.
But this night, it never hooted. Had time stopped? Question mark.
I sat there pondering to myself, what time is it?
And I couldn't figure it out.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified of our watch time.
Then
Our watch time stopped.
Crack, is that you done? Crack. My watch fell off my wrist and hit the floor, breaking into 12 pieces, one for each hour.
I went to pick it up to put it back together, but 10 small chimpanzees stole the pieces.
So I was only left with 2 pieces of my watch because for some reason there was only 10 little chimpanzees.
And I thought, why are only the numbers 5 and 3 still here? It has to mean something important. And then I realized...
No, that's again not a sentence because you can't stop halfway through.
Dot,
No, I like
sorry.
a good cliffhanger.
And then I realized ...
That my next thought was coming up.
53. That's how old my mother is.
Oh,
My mother has aged badly.
Who? The owl is back.
Did we say a minute for this? Or
can we wrap this up, boys? Can you get to the scary part?
yeah. And then I thought, it's midnight.
But then I realized, how would I know? Because I never watch.
It's because the owl
The
hooted.
owl hoot.
Well,
Alright.
and then I remembered.
And then the chimpanzees
Because shut the fuck up. Just shut
broke
up.
each. That one chimpanzee grabbed one toe each and broke it.
Yo!
Alright, that's
And
You guys wrap it up.
And that's why you shouldn't go into the woods without a friend.
Or a watch. What sound?
That was a generous sound effect.
What was it?
Applause.
that's-
Applause.
Well, I'm happy with that.
All right.
You're gonna get booed.
See if you can beat us.
Let's try and do a good one. You want to start on me?
You go ahead.
Big mistake. 'Twas a dark and stormy night at the Lake of Loch Ness in Scotland.
You fucked up, Peter.
I'd finally come there after spending my entire life researching and looking up things about the Loch Ness Monster. And today was the night that I was going to go and venture out into the loch to find it.
I pushed my way through the brushes. Snap! Oh, just a twig, but my heart must have skipped a beat. I kept heading down to the water's shore.
I pulled up to a rickety rowboat with a singular oar while the storm was raging around me, and I took off, sat in it, and started paddling to the very center of the lake.
Sploosh, sploosh. Every time the oar hit the water was like a deafening sound even in the midst of the howling wind. Was the oar being stopped by something? No, just a log.
Just a
I
lot.
continued into the center of the lake.
As I got closer, the small waves around me started getting very, very large. What looked like a calm, glassy ocean before was now looking like a raging torrent of water rushing around me. The boat rocked side to side. Water started coming in, not just from the sky, but from the loch around me.
I tried scooping the water out with a pail. 1 bucket, 2 buckets, and then, in a flash of lightning, the bucket dropped and sank beneath the glossy black water. I started trying to scoop water out with my hands. It was no use. The boat was sinking.
Yes, sinking it was, and I was going down with it like a good captain with their ship. But as I got into the water, a strange feeling started overcoming me. A strange sensation in my head. I started thinking crazy thoughts, and then I felt a slimy tentacle underneath me.
It wrapped around my leg. The thoughts were pulling me. They were telling me to go deeper and deeper underwater as the tentacle wouldn't let go. I started embracing it. I let this feeling wash over me as I got pulled down deeper and deeper.
And as I went under, there was one thought echoing in my brain as the vision slowly started going black as oxygen started leaving my brain. One thought kept echoing through my head over and over. One sentence that was going to neatly wrap up this entire story.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look down there. I think it's Atlantis.
Nice.
How do people tell scary stories?
I don't know.
I don't know, because they're bored?
No,
Why?
I mean,
How?
like,
Sorry,
how do
was
they
that,
even
I
do
had
it?
no
That was
idea
good.
what thought you were trying to play
I was
into.
going to say, like,
so-
subscribe to the Underdogs podcast or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
That would have been a
okay.
good one.
That was good.
I was thinking, like, Atlantis is down here.
A scary
It's another
story's a thing.
water scary thing.
I can't imagine a story being scary.
Well, it could be like,
Well,
if
you
we
just
were
heard
in
one,
a scary setting, I think the setting is very important,
Yeah,
right?
true.
We're in the Underdogs podcast room with the boys.
Yeah.
Not much is scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
true.
but if
Turn
you were
off
like
the lights.
if you were in like a tent with no lights around you and you're telling them about the bear in the woods that eats people with no lights on.
That's pretty scary,
Yeah.
actually. True. I think we won.
Yeah, me too.
Jackson, have you heard about
I might have ruined the payoff completely.
No, that's fine. That's why it's a team effort. Jackson, have you heard about the scary story of the clown that hides from gay people?
Next segment.
Don't get
Oh,
caught.
almost got him.
I didn't know
almost got him.
how I was going to get got, but I knew that. Wait, how does that work?
Because if you've seen him, you're-
It's stupid. It's,
if you haven't seen him,
it's
you're
usually have
gay.
you seen the clown that hides from? It's like a
Oh, so you
7-year-old
have to
joke.
say yes.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Otherwise, you're gay. And
That's bad when you're 7. Ooh, homophobia. Ooh.
That is scary.
Let's
That's
move
terrifying.
on to our
Resolutions.
Hallows Eve
good
resolutions.
Halloween these resolutions. Halloween done these things. Halloween done these things.
Halloween.
Hello, we're seeing people do this.
All right, I went back to December 31st, 2020 and recorded
Jeez.
our New Year's
2020.
resolutions.
2.75 years ago.
Yeah, that's
Exactly
a lot.
I
right.
can't even trust my old self to know that what I wanted to do was a good thing to do.
Who wants to go first? We all had 2. Zach had 5.
Oh,
Zack out with his smart goals as per usual.
did I really have 2?
I set the least smart goals ever.
I know.
All right, go me then.
have a schedule.
No, that's actually something that hilariously I decided I was going to start doing yesterday. I had a pretty average day of work yesterday, and then I was like, fuck, schedule would be really so good. So I think I'm going to try commit to that. I was going to try start tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to
But clearly with the
Whoa.
New Year's Eve from 2020, it hasn't, if that hasn't come in, then
Thou shall make the funnest of schedules.
Oh, yeah.
that's
what
true.
I'm going to do is underline it if you're going to try and do it, and we'll check in with you next week.
What if I've achieved it?
What about next year?
Nah, we don't need one for that. We don't need,
All right. Walking my dog every day.
most days.
Nah,
when it's-
Every day is a lot. Most days, that's impressive.
No, but dogs
that's more
should
than
be
I wake
taken
my,
out every
well,
day, like-
my dog.
So where are we at with that? Pretty close?
Like, unless I can't, yeah, I'd
I'm going to say
Damn,
tick.
that's a tick.
That's a
That's
tick.
impressive.
But that was, I think the difference there is that was before I had a dog.
That's correct.
So it's a bit of clarification. Yeah, it was like I got the dog in January.
Right.
I knew I had been accepted to get it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think I also just wanted to walk every day.
Yeah.
But it's like the Ollie does get me out of the house more, so I think that's an overall tick, maybe.
Nice.
Nice.
Go to the gym. You've done that at least once.
on and off. At the moment, on so good.
Tick.
Ooh.
But no, it's
Is that an underline?
since 2020.
Am I underlining
more-
or
It
am I
didn't say
ticking
every
it?
day. It said go to the gym.
Nah, do
Could've been a one-off.
underline.
Underlining it. All right.
Yeah, it could have been a one-off. But since 2020, it's definitely been more time not regularly going to the gym than going. So
I'm going to do a star instead. Not that that matters to anyone else. Take more photos.
definitely.
Oh.
So you
big time.
had just invested in a camera.
Yeah, and now I've invested in a lot more cameras and
Yep.
I've taken heaps of photos. I've actually started trying to like learn photography as well.
There you go. So
What does
that's
that
a tick.
mean? Learn photography.
Like,
Like the tactics.
yeah, like one knowing how to use the camera, which I've like learned for like video stuff, but then also
Yeah.
like looking into stuff about like framing and like actually trying to
Oh, nice.
take good photos.
How
that
good do you
just
think
for-
you are at photography out of 10 now?
How good do I think I am? Oh, still like 5.
Okay.
And what were you? 0?
Yeah, but it depends what the scale is. It's kind of hard to rank. Is it
So
on-
like professional photographer, like you would do it
I
for your
w-
job.
I'm not a.
Like that would be a 10.
See, I think I could, but I think that's because I think photography is a
They're
little bit of a
hacks.
scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
A lot
agree.
of photographers are hacks.
And then
Add
a lot of
filter.
people's like photography style can just be like taking bad photos.
That's a good. That's
Like,
a
you
good
could
one.
have-
Might
my
be if
scale is
I'm a
bad then.
photographer.
Yeah, you could have a certain style of thing that like goes against all these conventions, and you're like, that's just my style. So it's very subjective too.
Or like art that's like a scribble.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think art's also a scam for the record. So
Zach's scam of the week.
So he's going at 50% success rate with 1 to go.
All right.
Are you backing him in?
Ooh, I'm backing him in. He's been on fire.
Not backing him in. Hit 1 million subs.
Hey! Nailed it.
So, you've only got 2 things to do now, Zach. Have a schedule, which you started yesterday, and going to the gym, which I've also...
well, I haven't started having a schedule, but I realized I needed it yesterday.
Right.
But you've done very well. That's impressive.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're up
I
next, Jordan.
suppose.
No, Peter's up next because he doubted you.
All right.
You won't guess what's on yours, I don't think.
I don't remember.
Yours are
what
very
old me would've
vague,
done.
not good goals.
Yeah,
I
my
feel
bad.
like you do usually set quite achievable resolutions, though. You often
And then
have like
still don't do them. Yeah.
Water.
All right. You shared one with Zach. Do you want to guess which one it was?
Does it take more photos?
It was.
I do remember that. Yeah, I've taken way more photos.
Tick.
Tick.
Bing
Boom.
boom.
Well, also I got a like better camera, and also this is a really stupid one, but dating Sophie makes me take way more photos because she loves getting photos taken of her. So I've
that
actually
helps.
got way better at it. So
Definitely likewise.
because around this time was I don't know. This would have been New Year 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The 31st of December is my anniversary with Sophie. So this would have literally been like a few days after I started dating Sophie.
Whoa.
Would have been before, right?
Maybe about the
Because
day
we were
of or
recorded
just
and
before.
then we released it at 11. Start watching this at 11 p.m.
So
was the
yeah,
gag.
there's a bit of reference there.
Funnily enough, I remember tweeting out a year or maybe even 2 years before this a bunch of New Year's resolutions. One of them was get a girlfriend.
Yep.
I didn't have that as a resolution here, and I started dating Maddie like 20 days after this.
There you go. So, that's the advice.
Stop trying.
Not really.
If you want to do something, don't do it as your resolution. Oh, you've had a good success rate, actually.
I think for having girlfriends, you should not try, for the record.
Yes, true. Be more organized.
I'd say probably not, but yeah.
Should I circle it for you? We'll see how you go next week.
Do you have anything you even need to organize?
Do you have the
think so.
funnest of
I
schedules?
I don't think so. I don't have the funnest of schedules, but I honestly, in my life right now, it's kind of okay.
Nice. Nailed it.
So I'm crossing that out. So you've had 100%.
I just think it's I cancel that resolution.
you've had 100%
You've grown to
success.
realize being organized is overrated.
Yeah, it's a scam actually.
Right, Jordan.
Hello.
Get my stamina up.
In bed.
Yeah, I guess a bit I have, yeah.
Mate, you're staminatic as
Jiu-jitsu.
fuck.
Stamanatic?
Yeah.
Is that
the full
like
word?
Timamatic?
Yeah.
Oh.
I liked him. Man.
No one's going to
Good reference.
So I'm giving that a.
I guess that's a tick, yeah, because of jiu-jitsu. It's a bit of a hack. I didn't really start running.
That's what I always just do something that's fun. It's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
been my advice.
But
Yeah,
also, I
I've
don't
hacked
think
it.
you were playing volleyball at that point either. That's a little bit more.
No, yeah, true. So, yeah, I guess I have.
Be able to lift stuff.
Hey!
Oh, I've gotten better at that too.
Way better. It's
good old
Did you
Jordan.
see him in the gym video?
That's my 2 resolutions. Oh, mate.
It's too easy.
Out of control.
We really started with Zach's like fix my entire life, and yours is just like lift object.
What does that mean? Lift
object.
stuff?
That's
I didn't
what
have
you
a
said.
I didn't have a goal for it. So if I got 1% better, I've
That's
done
not
it.
a smart goal either. It's like yours are not measurable. The M in smart, there's no measurable there.
Well, that's why I got go to the gym. Only had to go once.
Yeah, not measurable.
All right.
I
Wait.
feel like my goals would still be the same.
Jordan, you got to be able to put Lego together as a new one now.
Nah, it's impossible. Nah,
Can you do that?
because we got Lego, but I don't like it. I've realised.
Yeah, it's bad.
So I've moved on.
Lego's
it's like
bad.
organisation.
You don't like Lego?
Nah, Holly loves it though. Holly does it.
No, that's good. I love it too.
I'm well done, Jordan.
Yeah, it just feels like I'm a
You've
factory
ascended.
worker, and I don't want
that's
to
what
do
I
that.
like about it, I think.
All right, well,
Off the China.
yeah, I was gonna say that, but then I realized it was bad, and then you said it.
Oh, well, it's like a good backup job then.
Yeah, if Underdogs fall
Not
through,
in
Zach
China, like
can
a
just
factory worker
go-
in
yeah,
general.
yeah.
Like
go
maybe
to
you'd
the
find it
cannery or
peaceful.
something.
Right. Mine must have less friends.
How's that going?
It's kind of grim either way, isn't it?
Well, I'm trying to think if I think so. That's the time in my life where I was like trying to narrow my circle, which I've definitely done.
Oh, yeah,
So
well
I'm getting
done.
that across.
Wow, well done.
Here's one. Not look at Instagram stories.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Ooh.
I think I do.
Did you even used to do that?
What do you mean?
I think you've just been so good at like being anti-social media lately that you've convinced me you never were.
Yeah, the minimalist phone really does it.
I got that since last week as well.
Yeah, it's a good
Oh.
Talked about
Oh.
it. The phone app that just makes your phone boring as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also got that yesterday.
How's it going?
Had a bad day yesterday, guys. It's going good so far today. I don't want to use my phone, so that's good.
That is
Nice.
good. That's literally the goal of it.
Yeah.
So we've all got one except for Peter and Jordan. No, sorry, just Zach and I have things to work on. You two are perfect humans.
Yeah, we
So you what?
completed.
You still look at the old stories every now
I
and
think
then?
I do. Yeah. I just sort of subconsciously open up Instagram sometimes. Subconsciously.
Sometimes it's good to catch up with your actual closer friends with that stuff. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
but-
inherently a bad thing.
I think it's just such a waste.
When
of
it
time.
gets in, I think that what you should do is color your Instagram of who you follow, so that like only the stories that are actually people you actually want to see.
But
their
even
life.
people I follow stories, like what?
No, but like change who you follow. Like,
No, but even that's what I'm saying. Even everyone I follow,
oh, so you don't actually care about your friends.
I don't think anyone posts anything meaningful on a story.
Sometimes it's nice to be like, if someone's on holiday, to be like, oh, they are doing this.
But
right
they'll do
now.
a normal post.
Nah,
All right. Well, I think so.
I don't post.
You never post?
I post very rarely. I also barely story too, so I don't even know what I'm saying.
All right. So is that overall
so mine's-
success?
Just delete Instagram.
Mine's look at Instagram, not look at stories. Zach's is have a schedule
Yep.
and go to the gym. And Peter and Jordan, keep
No,
it
my
up.
goals are still the same, so.
Well, you.
Can you set a measurable
Yeah, I
goal this
need a
time?
measurable one.
Like, because otherwise
the
you're just
goals
gonna,
are the same.
they're just gonna loop.
Actually, no. Mine will be something about the going to a jiu-jitsu tournament. Can't do that.
Win a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Win a jiu-jitsu.
Nah, just maybe just go.
Yeah, win a jiu-jitsu tournament.
When do you want to check in on these?
I don't know. Whenever the jiu-jitsu tournament is.
Maybe we
in,
should
like,
wait for
6 months.
Maybe we should wait for December 31st.
I can suggest you guys some
before
resolutions.
setting the
yeah,
new
yeah.
Yeah,
ones.
good call. All right, well that
Yeah,
was our
maybe
New Year's
you give
resolution.
us each 10 resolutions.
and we could pick.
They can be tiny things.
Yeah, cool.
You just assign them.
Oh, I like that.
Wow.
Peter was very pro stories.
We did well.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I still kind of am. I was like, if you care about the person, I'm still on that train that it's not inherently a bad thing.
It is
right.
pretty amazing that we have looped a lot of conversations. I noticed just the way we talk about it is different. Listening to these old
Oh, yeah?
podcasts. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's funny.
right.
I feel like if you're an Underdogs podcast listener now, you got the wisest, smartest versions of us.
Or are
So
we
far.
worse?
So continue listening.
No, so far.
I don't think we're worse. We're definitely, like I said last week, more jaded, etc.
That sounds worse.
Yeah. No, that's not worse. I think being jaded gives you a perspective.
Anyway, should we force Sheldon to do stand-up comedy?
This is gonna get cut out. This is gonna get cut
No,
out.
it's
Dude,
not. This is
no.
the best
Did
way
we not
to
see
end the
my
pod.
wood situation?
So many things are getting cut
Wait,
out. This
mine-
has to stay in.
Yeah.
We've been going for a long time though, so there is plenty of room to cut things
All right,
out.
this is our semi-weekly segment. What's the deal with? Where we force someone to do stand-up comedy that they've not prepared. First up, our MC Peter to warm up the crowd.
Hello. All right, pipe down, everyone. Thank you. All right. We got a great night of comedy coming up, guys. So I hope you are looking forward to our huge acts today. Let's just see how we feeling out there today. How we feel? Oh, we got a special guest. I know normally on this show we have Little Z and HopCat, but today we've got Pop It One. That's not very nice.
I can't hear it. What?
That was an sound effect. Pop It One. How we doing out there today? How we doing out there today? Good. What's your name out there, bro?
Jackson?
Jackson, what do you do for a living, mate?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Is that just like a fancy way of saying you scam people? What does that mean? What do you sell?
You got me good. I'm just trying to start up a business selling shoes.
You're just trying. So you're unemployed. You can just say that.
Well, I'm not unemployed. Like, I've sold a few pairs of shoes, but it's a pretty small operation.
All right. Well, what's the best shoe? I know nothing about this. What's the best shoe?
The Nike Air Maxes they're selling. Yeah, I'm selling a few of those at the moment.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about that. Nike, pretty basic answer. Let's just move on. Jordan is coming onto the stage. Here he comes.
Hey.
Give him a warm welcome, everyone. Let's hear some clapping.
What's up? This is so dumb. All right, Zach, stop. So Halloween's coming up. Anyone celebrate Halloween? Anyone?
Yeah.
What are you celebrating? That's right. It's fucking weird, isn't it? We don't know.
Say the line. Say what's the deal.
What's the deal with Halloween? It's like, woo, there's people who can kill us in our imagination.
This is pretty funny. Keep going.
It's yeah, I really don't know what we're celebrating, and I don't think anyone does. It's a good excuse to just pretend you could kill people. That's what it's kind of all about, isn't it? I reckon.
It's something to do with All Saints Day?
No, I think deep down, everyone's got that weird, dark bit in them that just wants to be a vampire and eat someone.
Oh, that's me.
That's
me.
He's just like me
And
for
I
real.
think, okay, someone answer. What's the coolest character in Star Wars?
Yoda.
It's Darth Vader, you idiot. No one thinks Yoda. No one's ever done that.
I do.
No one remembers the scene of Yoda walking through and killing everyone. It's Darth Vader because he's cool.
You can wrap it up. You just say you've been great tonight, everyone.
Yeah.
Unless you have more.
And trick or treating is a bit weird because it's like
Double dipping.
the whole thing is like, don't talk to strangers, don't get candy from strangers. Oh, we'll celebrate it and we'll just go out there and do it.
Good point. What is the deal with that?
What is the deal with that?
This is so right.
Yeah, one time, me and my friends were out there, and then we got vodka, and then we're like, "What the hell?" And then we all drank some.
How old were you?
Like year 6 or 7.
What?
And so it's like it's a bit weird. So you've been great.
And that was Jordan.
You've been great. Man, I think they write their bits usually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was actually really good. I'm
Honestly-
gonna say that was actually probably better than any of the ones I've done.
I was going to say probably the best one yet.
Whoa.
That was very good.
Thanks.
It's because you really do believe in what you're saying. You do think it's stupid. So
I like the roast. You said, "What are you celebrating?" And I had nothing to say, and you went, "Exactly."
Yeah, that was good.
Good one.
That was clever.
Oh, thanks.
I think I was thinking another segment we could have done is like people dressing up as things that aren't scary. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the deal with Halloween costumes? What's
yeah,
scary about
yeah.
an astronaut? They're inspirational. You know, it's
Do
like
people do that?
Yeah, they dress up as anything.
Oh shit.
It's like Taylor Swift is the #1 outfit of a year or something. It's like,
oh
what?
really? That's funny.
Scary how good she is, though.
Oh, it's scary how much people
Have
like
you
her.
heard Shake It Off?
That is a good one.
I might go as
story?
Jordan Ridley.
That's not scary.
What about Jordan the Ridley?
Oh,
Ridley is scary. He's a big dragon.
the Riddler. Jordan
All right.
the Riddler.
So that was
yeah.
what's the deal with that? Was a great episode, Jordan. Well done.
Should we try writing?
A
something?
segment.
Surely we give someone a topic and they write one.
Well, your next
I will
week, Zack.
volunteer myself if you guys give me
Yeah.
a topic.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You volunteered yourself last week and you forgot until we got
Look,
here.
it's going to be equally bad, but at least I'll have something
Well,
to
what's something
read
what you
off.
don't know what the deal with it is? Because like the reason Jordan
I
was
think
good
it's
is
better
that
if it's authentic.
he actually
but
was like
I
that's what
can't
I'm like
think
with
of
the
anything.
hand dryers. What was the deal with that?
Yeah.
Oh, Zach, when we went out for your birthday drinks and you went to the bathroom and then I went to the bathroom just 5 minutes after you, I really wanted to come up to you and be like, what is the deal with that hand dryer?
Oh.
But you were having a conversation with someone else.
That's so
Like,
good.
they would have thought I'm just insane.
Should have done it. Should have done the whole stand-up
yeah,
bit.
yeah, for everyone who doesn't know me that well.
So why don't you guys start listing things and I'll say if I know or don't know what the deal with them is.
Thongs.
I know the deal with them.
Okay.
Zach gets it.
IKEA.
Yeah. Oh, I could do a whole thing about IKEA.
What's
being
the deal with
fucked.
IKEA?
Yeah.
Lemons.
Lemons.
Yeah,
I
they
know.
don't
Fruits
taste
are
good.
usually supposed to be
No,
nice,
I
but
know
they're
lemons.
sour.
Maybe that's your bit for
Jordan,
the week
you're-
after.
Okay.
Save it, man. You're on gold there.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So
You're
who-
doing IKEA?
I can do IKEA.
Well, what's the deal with Mr. Beast? Jackson, you can do that one.
I don't want to do that.
I can do what's
Although
the
I
deal
don't
with
know what the
what's
deal
the
with
deal
it
with
is.
IKEA?
Okay, what's the deal with IKEA?
Coming next week.
We've never had like a teaser for next week.
And it's going to be so much worse than improvising it.
If I
I'm really looking forward to that.
You can play with my meatballs.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that just like another teaser or is
Another
that
teaser.
getting
You're
out
like,
of the
what?
way?
That could
Another
be the
teaser.
end
What
line
is a
of the pod.
lingonberry?
Yeah.
What is a lingonberry? What's the deal with lingonberries?
What the hell's a lingonberry?
What the hell's
Lingon?
a lingonberry?
You know what's
That's what I'm saying.
I've never heard of that. Is that
That's
actual
what
thing?
I'm saying.
Is that a thing?
He's Mickey Mouse.
That's what I can only get so high, Jordan.
That's it.
What about the pear cider at IKEA? Have you guys said that?
What's the deal with that?
I'll make sure to include a little pear cider
Yeah,
reference.
please.
Yep.
We need a funny line to end it on.
What's
Jordan?
the deal with the Loch Ness monster?
Oh, I could do it. Nah, that feels like a Peter specific one. You don't know what the deal with that monster is.
I'm all curious about the Loch Ness monster. I don't know if I told you guys.
Yeah,
that.
why don't they unlock him?
Just since reading about it, or
Yeah.
just
Just
no.
as of today.
Peter,
as
what
of
have you
like
done?
30 minutes ago.
If you
Why Loch Ness? Just get aliens or something. That's
Yeah,
way
the secret
cooler.
will be unlocked.
if you beat Jordan's
Ooh.
Lucina, you unlock the Ness monster.
Oh,
No, nice.
the end.
Oh.
Oh,
Surely,
oh,
guys,
Ooh.
we're never going to end this podcast.
Is there any segments left?
Nah.